Remember, reunite, reconnect is our tagline for the alumni meet. Happy hellos, excited welcomes, and delightful conversations are here in the Alumni Meet 2020. With the blessings of Almighty and respectful homage to our founder chairman, Shri M.S. Ramaya, we shall begin today's program by playing the Ramaya anthem. I request all of you to kindly raise.
ज्ञान विज्ञान विद्या विनय भूषण
रामय्य समूह संस्थान
ज्ञान विज्ञान विद्या विनय भूषण रामय्य समूह संस्थान तारे निहारिते आगले ಈ ಮಾಲಿಕೆ
ಜಯವೆನ್ನುವ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ
ದ್ರಷ್ಟಾರರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ ಕನಸಿನ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯವಿದು
ದೀಪದೊಳು ಪ್ರದೀಪಗಳ ಬೆಳಗುವ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ ಸ್ಥಾನವಿದು
ಅರಿವಿನ ದಿಗಂತದಾಚೆಗೆ ಜಿಗಿಯುವ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲವಿದು ಗೃಹ ಗೃಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೃಹ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸೋಪಾನವಿದು ಮಿತಿಯಿಲ್ಲದ ಅಮಿತ ಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರವಿದು ಪ್ರತಿಭೆಯ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಲು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಿದು ಅಜ್ಞಾನದ ಕತ್ತಲೆ ನೀಗುವ ಸುಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ರಶ್ಮಿದು
ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರದ ಹೊಂಗನಸನು ಹೊತ್ತಿದ ಅರಿವಿನ ತಾಣವಿದು
ಅರಿವಿನ ಹಣತೆಯು ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಚೆಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಸಂಖ್ಯಾತ ಕಿರಣಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಹೊರಹೊಮ್ಮಿವೆ ಜಯವೆನ್ನುವ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ
Thank you. Please be seated. I now welcome Presna Sir, our Alumni Committee Convener and Head Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Adi madam. Good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you one and all for joining this virtual Alumni Meet 2020. I am wrong if I am not remembered the situation, what we faced. You are all aware. Yes, we all experience an unprecedented situation with the global COVID-19 pandemic. A virus which is not visible to the naked eye has put the world on pause. It has put into a question how and where to go from here. Everybody, every continent grapples with the immediate needs of this public health crisis. We probably only just have seen the tip of the iceberg of the many shifts this pandemic will trigger in terms of the socio-economic fallouts and so much more. We know already that the least developed countries will feel disproportionality the impacts of the pandemic. So really it is unimaginable. So nature law, as someone said, the show must go on. So we have to move forward. Keeping this in mind, we all join together to celebrate Virtual Alumni Meet 2020. A very happy good morning to one and all present here. I feel very honored to be here today and also with the privilege of welcoming you all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, respected Vice Principal, Deans, Manager Accounts, Manager Admin, HODs of all the departments, my dear colleagues, and star attraction of the event, my dear alumni. The concept of alumni association is evolved for needs from both the ends, that is academicians and professionals. In the aim of building a bridge between college life and career life, so that the fresher graduates are made proactive to face the current challenges of competitive professional world. Both the ends should work hand in hand to help each other for achieving the goal. I believe our college has now become one of the great institutions of the city. And speaking about recent years, our graduates are widely spread all over the nation, even overseas, in search for growth, learning, knowledge, and to show their performances. So many of you live in key positions and putting a lot of efforts for the development of our society, and at the same time bringing the name to your institution as well as to your family. The alumni committee of the college has been functioning at the institute for many years. The primary aim of the committee is to maintain the relationship between the institute and its alumni by sharing the development and growth of the institute. So as an alumni committee convener, I'm requesting you all, please stay engaged with us in many ways. Firstly, please register as a member of alumni of RCSE through college website and stay connected with us by updating your present status regularly. We'll also send you the information about events and programs on campus and how you people can be involved. So requesting our alumni working in different companies in India and abroad to help our final year students in their projects, guide them about latest technology and the employment opportunities in the organizations concerned. So with these few words, now I am moving to my task. So today we gathered here to celebrate Virtual Alumni Meet 2020. So to create this occasion, we have with us eminent personalities. Firstly, Dr. Jay Prakash, our distinguished alumni who finished graduation and post-graduation in life sciences from our college, now working as a chairman of International Institute of Business Studies, having branches at Bangalore, Noida, and New Delhi. I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Jay Prakash for this gathering. I take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Robin John, our distinguished alumni, graduate from management stream, now working as project manager, Bima Jewelleries Private Limited, Bangalore. I also welcome Mr. Nikhil Padmanabhan, who is our distinguished alumni from BCA department, presently working as Salesforce architect for ICA ANN at Los Angeles, California. I welcome our Alumni Association President, Sri Anand K., proprietor, Chandan Associates, who happily accepted our invitation and joined the meet. I extend my warm welcome to our Honorable Principal, Dr. Nagaratna A., who is driving force and guiding us to organize the event systematically. I welcome Deans, HODs of all the departments, managers, and all the staff members to this function. At last, I seize this opportunity to wish you a hearty welcome and many greetings to all my dear alumni. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasanna sir. Next, we have the alumni magazine release, Reminiscence. Prasanna sir had been to JP sir's office to ask him to release the magazine, and he kindly consented, released Reminiscence for us, and also gave his bites. I thank JP sir for that. And the release of the magazine is done in our college. Our principal, vice principal, and various heads of the departments released the magazine Reminiscence 2020.
It has caused a lot of problems and troubles to all of us. And in this connection, we couldn't do the live alumni meet in the last year. But to cover it up, we are planning for virtual alumni meet, and that was what is happening now. And in this connection, as a part of our program, every year we are bringing out one alumni newsletter. In that connection, now I am requesting our honorable distinguished proud alumni, Dr. Jay Prakash, who is the chairman of IIBBS and running more than 5 institutions across India. Please, sir.
So, good morning, everyone. I respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, HODs of various departments, my colleagues, and dear alumni students. So, as you are aware, but every year we are celebrating this alumni meet function, and as you know that due to this pandemic situation, so we couldn't do last year, and still to continue the program planned for this virtual alumni meet. And in this connection, so we are here today
And as a part of our program, every year we are bringing out an alumni newsletter. And in this connection, we are also here to release this along with other guests, our distinguished alumni. My proud student, Dr. Jaiprakash, who is the chairman of IIBS Institute. And he is running more than 5 institutions across India and one of the leading institutions in Bangalore, giving the courses of BBM, BCom, BCA and other courses. So now I am requesting Dr. Jaiprakash to release the alumni newsletter. Please, sir. You also can come, sir.
It's not covering.
So now I am requesting Jaiprakash, Professor Jaiprakash, to speak a few words and address the students. Please.
This is Dr. Jaiprakash, Chairman IIBS College. The guest of today's morning, Sri M.R. Jankiram sir, and Sri M.R. Marandaram sir, and Mr. Rohit John, Robin John, Sri B.S. Ramprasad, Sri G. Ramchandra, and my all friends and my dear faculties. Today is a great day and I am here as a chief guest to address this gathering, and it is really a wonderful platform because I have studied from this college only, and I have great memories and many more things I have with this college, and today I am here to address this gathering, this alumni meet. So really I am feeling so jubilant to address this gathering, and I am so happy to be here. So I'll tell something more about myself, then I'll start. So I'm Dr. Jaiprakash, and basically I'm from Uttar Pradesh, but born and brought to West Bengal. And the age of 18, I have come here to do my graduation, BSc Microbiology. And my journey started from MS Ramaiah, and now from MS Ramaiah to now I am the chairman of one of the top B school in India. And apart from educationist, I am a business coach and I am a motivational speaker, and I have trained more than thousands of people across the India and abroad to create their own business, because I am the best example that I have started my journey from zero. Now I am a multimillionaire. This all credit goes to MS Ramaiah College and all the faculties, especially the ma'am, Pusma ma'am and Prasanna sir. These are the people really, they have helped me to grow in my profession, in my career, in my early formative year during my college. And I should not forget Jayasri ma'am also, that she was really so cooperative, and still I am remembering all these names. So I have completed almost 19 years back. I have completed my graduation 2002, and now we are sitting in 2021. It's long gap and long journey. So it's all about the journey of MS Ramya. We have started, and now I am running successfully 5 business school, 2 in Bangalore, 1 in Pune, 1 in NCR and Kolkata too. But due to pandemic last year I have not taken admission in Kolkata. But all the campuses we are running very professionally, and now we are one of the leading business school in India. So being a business coach, it's my privilege to come and address our students, especially in MS Ramaiah, because I have trained many professionals till now in my lifetime, and this is my vision, this is my commitment, this is my dedication to create more and more entrepreneurs. Because what I have learned in MS Ramaiah, that I should be a job giver, not a job seeker. So with that vision, I have started my journey, and now I have reached in this level. So it's all about how you think about yourself, and it's all about how you build your attitude. And due to my attitude only, I'm here. And I think if anyone ready to build their attitude, positive attitude, we can achieve anything. Even Henry Ford said that if you want to do it, you are true. If you are not possible to do it, it is also true. That means all about what you want to do it in your life. Okay, so if you willing to achieve anything great in your life, so it is possible, because you got the great platform from MS Ramaiah College. They are really one of the great college in not only in South India, across the nation. This is one of the best college. So we got educated from this great college. So that means we got the great foundation. Once you have the great foundation, we can achieve anything in your life. So that is the beauty of this college, and all the directors and the chairman of this college really very cooperative, and really they always help us to motivate us and guide us, and especially the faculty, we have learned from them. They are very friendly and cooperative. So the journey of success started from MS Ramaiah, and now we are leading towards our goal. And what I have learned, that once you have a goal, always when you fix a goal in your life, that always think that how your goal going to help not only you, the people around you, for the nation. That's why I have chosen this profession, to educate people. That I have learned from MS Ramaiah only, that how they are educating people and how they are giving best education to this nation. That is why after working with many companies, I have not worked for many companies. I have started my career as a consulting. Then again, I have started my software company, Cosmosis Technology. Again, I have invested in the stock market also. After working many places, I have realized that no, I should be in education. And because what I have learned, and I got motivated from MS Ramaiah, that I should be also in education, and have wind up my all other operations. And now I'm totally in education, and we have created more than 6,000 MBA professionals till now, and still counting. Talk any MNC in Bangalore, we can find IBS alumni. So that is I feel proud that I'm the alumni of MS Ramaiah, and being a alumni of MS Ramaiah, I'm creating myself many alumni for IIBS College. So really I feel so proud and privileged that this kind of learning I have got, and motivation I got from a great college. So especially Sri Prasanna Kumar sir, really a great personality, and always he discuss with me, and always he'll keep in touch with me and keep motivating me, and still I can say that he's like my mentor, and always he encourages us to do something more what I have achieved. So really it's all about learning, and more than educating our knowledge. I got educated. I got educated here, not only mind, even heart also. That I have learned. Really, it was a great experience. That not only the education which we consists of just information, facts and figure. But here, what I have learned in MS Ramaiah is all about the holistic approach of education system, where they have created a different personality altogether. Me as a complete human being, as a complete irresponsible citizen of this country. So this learning what I have got in MS Ramaiah really great, and always I feel that I should contribute to the nation, even I should contribute to the alumni of MS Ramaiah. So whenever you feel, if you want to get coached by me about the business, how to start the business from zero to multi-millennium, that I have always conduct workshop on that. So I can give you the sets of principle, which is not my principle, because that is research done by great personality, great men across the world, that there is certain principles you follow in your life, then you are going to really success in the business. So that is the difference between that the one rich person and the poor people. Okay, rich person always take risk, and they always find opportunities in challenges, but the poor people, they always see the challenges and difficulties. So it's all about how we take it in our life, and how we can go ahead and see that every challenges convert into opportunities. So that is our it should be our motto. There should be our commitment. There should be our attitude to in business. So that is why I have grown up in this level due to this attitude only. So once you can build a really positive attitude, so I think anybody can succeed in life. And it's all about more in goal, how you set the goal. Okay, and once you set the goal, so you have to work on that. So such kind of workshop I always conduct in many places. Again, I have many sessions this year also in Bangalore. Again, I have sessions in Lucknow. I have sessions in Allahabad. Again, Hyderabad. So many places I go and keep motivating people. I think so this year maybe I'm going to address gathering in Singapore and Dubai. So many places I go, and whatever I have learned in my life, and I have grown up. So I have gone to the path, the same path I can teach the people, the young generation, that this is the path. If you follow anyone, they can get success in their life. So it's all about how you proceed and go on that path, because I have gone on that path, and only I can show you the path. Okay, but you have to finally go on that path to achieve what you wanted to achieve in your life. So it's not about what you want. So once if you follow the certain principle about the success in any sphere of life, it's not about that only the business. Even if you follow that such kind of principle in your professional life, social life, any sphere of life, you are going to get success. So that kind of sessions I generally take, and what I have learned is all learned from the MS Ramaiah. So always we believe that you should have a great vision and great commitment and focus, and you should be the responsible citizen, and you should be responsible even parents if you are married. So definitely you have, once you have kids, definitely you can succeed in your life. So this is the kind of knowledge, the kind of the asset I have got from MS Ramaiah College. And really today I am here, and I have grown up so much in my life due to MS Ramaiah only. And really MS Ramaiah changed my life today. Whatever you can see me today, as from Jayaprakash to Dr. Jayaprakash, and from an ordinary student to a great professional, a motivator, a business coach, and an educationist, is all credit goes to MS Ramaiah and their faculties and their team member. So dear my friends, that if you really are interested to get something in your life, please do come forward. I am always there to help you, guide you, motivate you, and show you the path that anybody can achieve anything if they have certain principles, certain formula. If you follow certain formulas with your willpower and hard work and dedication, so definitely we can achieve. So it's not about like generally we listen in our school and colleges, even parents they say that, like if you do hard work and if you do hard work you're going to earn great money. But what I believe that not hard work, you have to make people to work hard for you, and then only you can grow. So that kind of leadership you have to develop within you. And once you get this kind of attitude that how people work for you, then definitely you can achieve anything in your life, and you can get whatever you want in your life. So it is up to you that what do you want. You want better career or you want enjoyment. Now you have to choose what. So rich people always choose the both. They want better career, the enjoyment also. They want hard work also. They want take risk also. So it's all about how you think and grow. So it's all about think and grow. And if you really think in positive way and a very progressive way, we can achieve whatever we want in life. So really I'm so thankful to our all faculty members who are still in MS Ramaiah. They have remembered me, they have called me, and again I'll sincerely thank I'll thank to our Janki Ram sir, our honorable director, and Sri M.R. Konandaram sir, honorable director of Gokul Education Foundation, that they have remembered me, they have called me, and always I'll be there with the college, and always I'm here to support the young mind, young generation to see that they can learn from me, they should get inspired from me, they can consider me as a role model, or they can also grow that how I have grown up in my life. So I'll wish everyone all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, JP. What a wonderful speech you've given. Really, young minds are inspired like anything. And maybe a few people are settled already here. Just last year, postdoc students, it may be from BBA or BCom or BSc. So anybody interested, anybody want to become zero to multimillionaire, please contact Dr. Jaiprakash. I am sharing his address and details later. And we know like whatever the speech given and how we started and how we grown up. So maybe like from your side also, maybe you can cross JP, or maybe many JPs may come up with your effort. As you said, hard work as well as to work hard. Both you have to blend and do the thing. And he's always keeping the vision that to motivate and inspire people to become successful and financially independent by applying workable, innovative strategies. With this vision, he is working, and is working for his team, and is making many people to grow up in the life, and he is also a mentor for many young minds. And he is always believing the great saying by Thomas Jefferson, that nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on the earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. With this saying, he is working hard, and I am wishing him good luck, and also I am very happy, and even my team also very happy. Is opening many more institutes all over India and also across the globe. I am wishing very, very best to JP. Thank you very much, JP, as you accepted our invitation and come over here with your busy schedule. So thank you once again. Thank you. Thank you one and all.
I now request our principal, Dr. A. Nagratna, and Vice Principal, Professor B.S. Jairam, to come and release the Alumni Magazine Reminiscence. I also invite all the HODs present here to come here. So please, Bunny. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you. May I now request our principal, ma'am, to address the alumni who have connected with us for the program.
Good afternoon, everybody. The chief guest of the day, Dr. Jay Prakash, Chairman, International Institute of Business Studies, Bengaluru. Mr. Robin John, Project Manager, Bima Jewelers. Professor Jairam, the alumni convener, Professor Prasanna Kumar, heads of the various departments, faculty members, and all my dear alumni students. We have today the alumni meet due to this COVID pandemic which has just started. It is very difficult for us to meet and have a regular alumni meet, and therefore it was decided that we will have a virtual alumni meet. And we are extremely happy that Dr. Jay Prakash, Chairman, International Institute of Business Studies, who was also the alumni of this institution, has consented to be the chief guest and address all of them virtually. So we are very thankful to him for having accepted our invite. It's not the first time that this alumni meet is being celebrated. It has always been a pleasure for Ramaiah College of Arts, Science and Commerce to invite its alumni and the achievers of the past. 25 years have gone for the institution's existence, and we have several of them who are holding very good positions. We are extremely pleased and happy that many of them have joined today for this virtual meet. We have with us Nikhil Padmanabhan, working for ICANN. He is an IT consultant at Los Angeles, California, who is with us on this virtual platform also. We are very happy to have you, Nikhil, as a part of the virtual meet. We welcome you. So I think this COVID pandemic has taught us that we need not meet to have the alumni meet all the time, but we can also meet virtually, and that is how we have decided this time to go for a virtual meet only. So I think this Nikhil Padmanabhan is a BCA alumni. So I would request Mr. Nikhil Padmanabhan to address the other alumni students. Thank you.
We now have Nikhil Padmanabhan addressing our alumni. I welcome you, sir, to address the alumni.
Very good day to everyone. This is Nikhil Padmanabhan here. I'm very grateful to get this opportunity to share and connect with everyone. Thank you to my dear teachers, HOD, principal, and all my dear friends who are watching this video. I was really thinking of meeting you all in person and sharing the dais with all my favorite teachers and professors, friends. But unfortunately, during this pandemic time, I think this is the best and safest way to connect. I hope all are safe. So to begin with, HOD ma'am, Pratibha ma'am had asked to share my experience and how and where we are right now. So let me kind of start with the position that I am right now. Currently, I'm leading N1 group of companies, which has close to 9 companies under the umbrella, including travels, overseas education, real estate, IT development, software, banking and financial industry, and last but not the least is import export. Now, all this has been possible by the foundation that I got in MSR. And before joining MSR, I would like to say what was my situation. I was a dropout in second PUC. I had chosen physics, chemistry, maths, and I had dropped out in all of them except computer science. I even failed in passing through the supplements, and it almost took me 1 year to bounce back because I started my business at an early age of 15. Of course, there were failures in the business, and that kind of led to the distraction where I couldn't concentrate on my academics as well due to the financial loss that I incurred as a fresher in the business. But today, all that has been a stepping stone to where I am currently. I wanted to kind of also tell my first experience when I joined MSR. I joined late due to my results coming out late, and I wanted to pursue engineering. I got some opportunities and seats in engineering. I couldn't get a good score even in Comet K. Hence, I was in a very tricky situation of going for a school, college where it's not the choice of my college where I felt I would really enjoy it because I finished my school in Don Bosco High School. It was an all-boys school and a very strict Catholic school. My parents always wanted me to kind of come up the right way, so they've been choosing these particular colleges and schools which are pretty strict. And I thought, okay, after my 10th, I'll really enjoy my college life and, in Mumbai especially. But again, I came to Bangalore at that point. I think it was back in 2005. And my parents put me again into an institution which is completely as good as my school again. I was like, oh no, so my PUC is also ruined. And literally, the excitement which I had of joining college went down, and then followed by the PUC failure and the business failures. I was kind of really waiting for that kind of dream to live and enjoy college life like my friends and peers back in Mumbai did. That's where I joined MSR, and I was like, okay, this is it. I mean, there was a right combination of students in that. I wouldn't say all were nerds, and I wouldn't say all were just backbenchers over there as well. It was a good mix. So a few days I have been the backbencher, and all the teachers, ma'am, used to pull me back right in the front. I mean, those days I used to hate. I mean, finally I'm trying to enjoy my college life, and again here I am trying to study. But yeah, good they did that. Otherwise I would have again not completed my bachelor's in computer application. And coming back to my engineering versus BCA, tough decision. I think when it was MSR CSE that I got an opportunity as a BCA, it was as good as getting a seat in a very good reputed engineering college, and MSR IT had a very good name. So I was like, okay, fine, this is what life is throwing at, so let's go with the flow. Now, with this being said, I kind of joined in a month late. I was kind of welcomed by the biker boys in MSR, and that's how I started building friends over there. And there was a good combination of North Indian friends. Since I'm from Mumbai, I gelled along pretty well with them. And in my second year, I was almost very close to the CR, and I got leadership opportunities as well to concentrate on. With that, I had a lot of opportunities for extracurricular. Even in my schooling, I was very much interested in debates. So this particular angle of debates again coming up in college kind of helped me to pursue my passion, and I won a lot of awards for that. Coming to the course structures, it's when I came to US. I went on to pursue my master's in computer science after I completed my bachelor's in computer application, and that's when I realized the importance of what I learned in MSRCAC, because when my peers were struggling with computer architecture and all the other operation system design courses, it was pretty easy because I already went through the grilling, and we could get good grades. And now coming to the point of, it's going to be a little here and there, but let me try to make it interesting by letting you guys join the dots. So in the final year, I wouldn't have been able to make it to US. California Lutheran University is the school that I went to do my master's in computer science, without the help of my teachers and their recommendations, because that's a very important part of getting an admit in those schools. The colleges or schools there. So it was kind of the last 11th hour that we're doing it, and I was very lucky that I formed a group of 5 friends in the final year, during the final year, who all wanted to go and pursue to do their masters to pursue their masters abroad in the US. So that kind of motivated me and gave me the right push throughout this grueling journey in getting an admit in the US universities. And with that support of friends and also teachers and principal literally giving me their letter of recommendations after office hours is what touched my heart as well, because they really understood how badly I wanted to pursue the masters and add the cherry on top of the cake. So I'm still grateful. I mean, without them, I would have missed the deadlines to submit the LORs and the statement of purpose, and I wouldn't be able to go there. So that really helped. And also with the provision degree, certificates, and all the other paperwork which was needed was really something that I will never forget in my life, which helped me to get there. Now, my peers in the US, when I was studying with my friend who joined in the same school, we went for the visa interview also together, was that we were excelling, and all the others were wondering, hey, is it that in India you kind of did all this again? Or like, we told them, hey, in fact, to be honest, we just did 3 years. I mean, the US system of education wants your 10 plus 2 plus 4, but we did 10 plus 2 plus 3 because it's not engineering. So they did check all the transcripts that we kind of, did complete here in Bangalore, MSRCAC. And they said that usually you guys have to take 1 year of prerequisite course to do a bridge course to complete, and then you could start masters. But since you guys have already completed the courses which are needed, so we will waive that off. I mean, when they say waive that off, it's being students. We had a very small budget loan. We mortgaged our houses, and so that kind of is a very big plus. And those are the places I really thanked when I was in the US trying to start my master's course and go along. Hence, that kind of, I would say, literally would have saved 5 to 10 lakhs of my tuition fees to start with. Then comes down to the part where, but what do I miss when I was in the US? I mean, professors here, it's pretty professional, I would say. It's like they're like guest lecturers sometimes. They're not full-time, and they would be just like sticking to what needs to be done, and there's not that interaction time. Like, let's say in MSRCAC, you could actually go meet your professors after classes. Hey, ma'am, I'm not able to get this. How do I go about this? All those opportunities I really started missing, because anything is there. The only thing in the US they would say is send me an email and I'll reply to you back. And I wasn't very accustomed to send those emails and get responses compared to the personal touch which I used to get with all my professors when I used to not able to understand something. So that's something I would honestly admit that I missed over there. And then with the peers, again, it's more of we just meet them over the classes, and then there is no after class connect. But in MSRCAC, we used to actually be together in those PGs and hostels and shared rooms after class hours also, to do our assignments, homeworks all together, and submit our lab records. It was quite a happy journey. I mean, lunches, the dinners together, the coffees. I mean, nothing of that sort actually happened in my masters. I was kind of thinking, what if I didn't do my masters in MSRCAC? I mean, or some strict, again, another strict institution, then I wouldn't have had the kind of what do you say, experience, I would say, of college life. Coming down to the teachers, they were really helpful in the project, final year project work, I would say, where it was not only that I had to submit it at so and so time and there was no help that could be given. That's what happened here in the US. It was something more of a everyday connect as to what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, what kind of help and support that we can get. Now, with all that is where I think my hustling nature began more aggressively, I would say, which kind of, since there was no post-college activities, I again started my business in the US while working in a full-time job. I joined VMware, right now a Dell-owned company. I started working on virtualization field. Very soon I was leading the team, the India team, which is again in Bangalore, coincidentally, and kind of helping them from the California Palo Alto office to kind of submit all the tickets which needs to be completed. And as far as that is concerned, still it didn't kind of give me that satisfaction which I wanted. So I started focusing more towards a business, but I continued from virtualization to being a Salesforce developer, then a Salesforce lead, and an architect eventually. But there was something always missing. I started helping students like me. I went through a quite rough time. I mean, it was my first time exposure, global exposure. I've never been to any other abroad countries. So that kind of was I would say, awakening moment, I think, and that's where I started networking with a lot of students over there and understanding their pain factor when they came to US. So that kind of gave me the reason to start my first company, which is called NYS Global Overseas Education Company. It was an overseas consulting. I was just doing it for my dorm out there, and literally my office was my parents' apartment. And I used to call students there with their parents. They were kind of like, "Where's your office?" And I was like, "Hey, we don't even have an office in India. We just have an office here in the US. We are headquartered here. And let me know, how can we help you?" It was all through like these communication, Zoom calls or Skype calls and so on. It was pretty difficult to get their trust. I mean, especially someone who's planning to invest 20 lakhs into their overseas education when there are so many competitors having those fancy offices. I was just a single man show. and that kind of gave me multiple hats to wear, that opportunity to wear multiple hats and know the business from the ground up. from the scratch or bare shell. I got in a lot of students, helped them a lot of students to come here and ensured their process was not as difficult as mine. I started leasing guest houses and helping them having that smooth transition, which I didn't get. The first day when I landed in the US, I literally slept next to the security guard out there because it was late, and my principal or HOD who were here was not available, and I didn't even have a phone to call them. So I and my friend, it was good that my friend was also here, was Alec Modi, to help, and he was like, yeah, you got my back, I got your back, and let's see, we'll just rest here and get up in the morning and go for our orientation the first day for class. We actually lost even our luggages, and we just had 2 backpacks with our documents and certificates. So we I still remember that orientation day where we had a jet lag and we still went there with those tired faces. The first thing, kind enough, our Dr. Klasenchu actually over there helped us to get a quick accommodation with one of the students there, and then we were able to move on. So again, coming back to my IT journey, it was in Los Angeles that I decided that once the students' business was picking up very well, I was like, what next? I'm helping them come here, but the immigration system is pretty much broken in the US, and to understand that itself took me around 1 to 2 years. So in order to make that process smooth, I started N1 Solutions, which is to help students with their immigration needs and also to settle down and get a good job out here easily and in a faster way. Because most of them are here by taking the loans which they need to repay as soon as they complete their education. So that kind of made me open the next company, and I think then there was no looking back. There was just word of mouth which was going around, and partnerships of all the same students whom we placed started coming back to us as business leaders who also wanted job opportunities, or they wanted to open their franchise. And yeah, I was able to guide many of my other peers in the same way which I could grow. And the most important thing which I learned in the US was to pass it on. And that's something which I want to do here to all my alumni and all my current students, friends who could be here trying to get help. I personally got that sense of satisfaction which I was missing in the IT career when I was able to help some student come here to the States and help them settle up their career. I mean, some of them from my college itself, MSR, is here right now, are here, and seeing them getting married and settling down, they call me for those various functions, and it's kind of, it's a different nostalgic feeling, I would say. You got to feel it to live it. So that's me. And then I came back here. I was like, I wanted to set up the back office in Bangalore itself. We took up the office spaces, and we kind of helped many more students like to get the fresher job because of that issue which we face worldwide. I wouldn't say only US or India. It's like no experience, no job, no experience. So somewhere everybody had to start. So I kind of started giving those kind of students this opportunity to give them that learning curve in order to start somewhere and guide them. Definitely, I got a lot of my mentors who helped me to come up the stage, and still I'm in learning stage. I haven't learned even, I would say, 1% of what I've done. All this, I think fundamentally is part of the MSR CSE upbringing or grooming, I would call it. It's that kind of environment, I think, without which I won't be here as of now. And I really request all of you to live your passion and try to do something good for the humanity and for every other student at least, that we have, like you can open chapters of MSRCAC and help other students from other colleges as well, not only ours. It's a community, it's a student community that I'm talking about. And think about doing at least one startup. That's a different experience, I would say, that everybody should go through. It's going to be painful, but it'll teach you a lot. Is what I learned. I tried, out of every 10 startups, I think 7 to 8 or 9 startups fail. But don't let that demotivate you from starting a startup. I mean, you never know if you're that one startup who's like Uber, Facebook, Twitter, or those companies. I mean, I pass Tesla every day, and that kind of motivates me that I shouldn't kind of feel that I never tried. I'm still trying, and I will always try till my last breath. And I would say that everybody try to do the same to their best capacity. You never know unless you try. And yeah, have fun. Ensure that you are not leaving a monotonous routine life. That's as good as being dead, I would say. and don't let the fear of whatever happens around you kind of demotivate you. Definitely, it's a stressful time. I mean, it doesn't hurt to be happy every day and live your life to the max. And always be in touch with your teachers, professor, principal. You never know what kind of advice you need and when you need. I think it always helps, is what I've seen. And last but not the least is the studying part. I would say the academic part. Focus more. I wish these days, like, I had focused more, that I could do a better programming than I'm doing right now. I mean, the basic thing that you need is, if you can know to program or develop, or even as simple as a web developer, you could do lots of miracles. A simple website like Facebook is itself also is a website, but it transformed the world and connected billions of people. So program well. And for other streams, I would say focus again on your respective streams much more, and you never know how life takes you. I never thought that I'll actually be leading so many companies, and the rest of the other companies which I'm actually doing were the companies which I started as early as when I was in my 8th standard and 10th standard. I had always that passion that I wanted to restart all those businesses which I failed, and today I have that kind of satisfaction that yes, I'm able to do that. And this all has been because of the education that I have, and I keep reading a lot. Still read a lot of books, a lot of knowledge. Time is precious. Please, I know it's pretty much like a lecture, I would say, but I'm really telling it from my heart. So yeah, and thank you so much again to everyone for this invitation to help me share my experience with everyone. Please, let's all be in touch by starting a chapter of our alumni. It can be as easy as like a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group, and do something creative in the technology field. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Nikhil sir, for sharing your memories with us. Every year we have our alumni coming and speaking to us here on the dais about the memories they have in the college and where they are today and how they miss college. So today we first have Abhishek PS from batch 2015-18 to speak about the college. He was one of the students who was very much involved in NCC activities. So I'm happy to have Abhishek here with us today. Welcome, Abhishek.
Thank you, ma'am. My name is Abhishek, and I'm from batch of 2015 to 18. My association to this college doesn't just end in the year 2018, and it's been extending, and it's going to extend for many more years to come. I'm part of alumni of two alumni from the past 6 years, both academia and for NCC. And from this college, what I've learned is much more than what I've given to this college. So I'm always indebted to this college and its students and its faculty and the whole fraternity over here. And something which I would love to thank the teachers is that this alumni meet, which brings around people from all corners of the world who are part of this family, and an exposure and the interaction which gives us is much more insightful to not just today but to tomorrow's generation as well. So I wish Ramaya College and its fraternity a very much more successful future in the upcoming years. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek. That was really nice of you. We now have our next alumni who just graduated, Samskruti from BCom.
My name is Samskriti. I'm a BCom graduate from Ramaya College, and to start with, I would say that every single moment of in the college has been wonderful, and I would cherish this for the rest of my life. And the reasons for me to say this is because of the campus and the lecturers, the events and the academics has been a wonderful experience. That there are numerous events and activities conducted in the college throughout the years, and the lecturers have been very helpful, and I'd always be grateful to them. So thank you.
Thank you, Samskruti. That was very sweet of you. So we come to the end of our alumni meet for this year. And this is a small reminder for all the students that the second week of March, the second Saturday of every March will be our alumni meet. I would request all of you to please join us here in the college. And with that, we shall proceed to the vote of thanks, for which I invite Chakrapani sir from the Department of MBA.
Good morning to all present here in the event today. It is my privilege and honor to thank Sri M.R. Jankiram, Honorable Director, Gokula Education Foundation, and Sri M.R. Kodanram Sir, Honorable Director, Gokula Education Foundation. I wish to thank our chief guests, Dr. Jay Prakash, Chairman, International Institute of Business Studies, Bengaluru, and followed by Mr. Robin John, Project Manager, Bima Jewelers, Bengaluru. I thank our guest of honors, Sri B.S. Ramprasad Sir, Chief Executive, Gokula Education Foundation, General Engineering and General Sciences, and Sri G. Ramchandra Sir, Chief of Finance, GEF, Engineering and General Sciences, for their unstinted support. A special thanks to Mr. Nikhil Padmanabhan, Salesforce Architect, ICANN, presently based out in Los Angeles, California. He is a serial entrepreneur, and he runs a group of companies, one of the companies, N1 group of companies, which is spread across America and Canada. Lastly, but not the least, our principal, Dr. Nagaratna A., who has been really very untiringly helping us to conduct the entire event, and Mr. Anand K., President, Alumni Association. Not to forget, I thank all the members of Alumni Committee for providing me this platform to provide the vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे